Imagine waking up one morning, testing your blood sugar, and realizing it's finally, normal. No constant fatigue, no brain fog, no roller coaster spikes after breakfast. It sounds impossible, right? But new research from Harvard, the University of Sydney, and other leading institutions is turning everything we thought we knew about type 2 diabetes on its head. Scientists now believe that specific daily habits, especially one powerful morning routine, can actually help reverse insulin resistance and restore healthy blood sugar control. Not just manage it, but potentially reverse it. And the best part? It doesn't require expensive medications or grueling workouts. In this video, you'll discover 8 habits that science says can trigger the body's natural ability to lower blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and even repair damaged pancreatic cells. Each habit builds upon the next. But the number one habit, the one you'll learn at the very end, is so simple it almost sounds unbelievable. Yet multiple studies have found that people who do this one thing every single morning can dramatically improve insulin sensitivity, some even reversing type 2 diabetes entirely. So stay tuned, because by the time we reach habit number 1, you'll understand why this tiny morning ritual might just change everything. Before we dive in, if you care about staying sharp, healthy, and strong as you age, hit that like button and subscribe. And share this with a friend who needs to hear this too. It might change their life. Number 8. Get morning sunlight exposure. Before you reach for your coffee, step outside. Getting sunlight within the first 30 minutes after waking might sound unrelated to blood sugar, but studies are showing it's surprisingly powerful. Morning sunlight helps reset your circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock, which directly controls how your hormones work, including insulin. In 2018, researchers from Northwestern University found that people who got 20 minutes of natural morning light had lower body fat and better blood sugar control compared to those who stayed indoors. Why? Because sunlight exposure triggers the brain to release serotonin and suppress melatonin, which helps the liver and pancreas regulate glucose more effectively throughout the day. Another study published in Diabetes Care found that disrupted sleep-wake cycles were linked to a 58% higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes. By sensing your circadian rhythm through morning sunlight, you improve how insulin moves glucose into cells and reduce stress hormones like cortisol that spike blood sugar levels. The best part? You don't need to sunbathe. Just stand outside for 10 to 20 minutes, ideally between 7 and 9 a.m. Bonus. It lifts your mood, helps you sleep better, and makes your morning energy feel natural, not jittery. If you want to give your metabolism a calm, steady start, morning sunlight is your body's natural reset button. Number 7. Drink water before anything else. It's so simple that most people overlook it. But starting your morning with a full glass of water before coffee, tea, or food can actually make a measurable difference in your blood sugar levels. A 2011 study published in Diabetes Care followed over 3,000 adults and found that people who drank less than half a liter of water daily had a 28% higher risk of developing high blood sugar and insulin resistance. Why? Because dehydration raises a hormone called vasopressin, which signals your kidneys to retain water, but it also tells your liver to release more glucose into your bloodstream. When you wake up, your body is mildly dehydrated after hours of sleep. That means your blood is thicker, your kidneys are working harder, and your glucose levels are slightly elevated. Drinking water first thing rehydrates your cells, improves circulation, and helps flush out excess sugar through the urine. In fact, another study from the University of Arkansas found that increasing daily water intake by just 1 liter led to an average fasting glucose drop of 9 milligrams per deciliter in adults with elevated blood sugar. The key is timing. Water works best when you drink it before any food or caffeine, since it helps your digestive system prepare and prevents blood sugar spikes after breakfast. Make it a ritual. Keep a large glass by your bed, drink it right after waking up, and give your metabolism a clean, hydrated start before the day begins. Number 6. Eat a protein-rich breakfast. If you usually start your day with toast, cereal, or a quick pastry, your blood sugar is likely surging before 9 a.m. What you eat first in the morning can set the tone for your entire metabolic day. Studies show that eating a breakfast high in protein, around 25 to 30 grams, helps stabilize blood sugar and reduces cravings later on. A 2015 study from the University of Missouri found that people who ate a high-protein breakfast had 34% lower post-meal blood glucose and reduced hunger by 60% compared to those eating a carb-heavy meal. Here's why it works. Protein slows the absorption of glucose into the bloodstream, preventing the sharp insulin spikes that lead to energy crashes and fat storage. It also boosts levels of GLP-1, a hormone that signals fullness and improves insulin sensitivity. In one trial published in the Journal of Nutrition, adults who started the day with eggs or Greek yogurt rather than bagels saw an average HbA1c reduction of 0.5% after just 12 weeks, comparable to some diabetes medications. The best part is that the change is simple. Swap cereal for eggs, add nuts or chia seeds to yogurt, or blend a protein smoothie. Once your body adjusts, you'll notice your morning energy feels steadier, and those mid-morning sugar cravings nearly vanish. Number 5. Move for 10 minutes after breakfast. You don't need to go for a run or hit the gym, just move. A short, gentle walk after breakfast can make a major difference in how your body processes glucose. In 2022, researchers at the University of Limerick analyzed multiple studies and discovered that walking for as little as 10 minutes after meals reduced post-meal blood sugar levels by 22% on average. That's because light movement activates the largest glucose-consuming tissue in your body, your skeletal muscles. Even mild contractions help pull sugar out of the bloodstream and into muscle cells, where it's used for energy instead of being stored as fat. This simple habit mimics the way your body was designed to work. Humans evolved to move after eating, not sit immediately. When you sit after a meal, your muscles go quiet and your insulin sensitivity drops fast. But moving right after eating keeps your metabolism awake and responsive. A 2020 study from the American Journal of Preventive Medicine even found that breaking up long sitting periods with short walks every 30 minutes reduced fasting insulin by up to 37%. That's huge. So after breakfast, take a slow 10-minute stroll around your home or outside, just enough to lightly raise your heart rate. Over time, this habit alone can shave points off your fasting glucose and make your entire day's insulin response more efficient. If this is helpful so far, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more science-backed tips to keep you thriving at any age. And hey, share it with someone you love so they can make smarter choices too. Number 4. Add vinegar or lemon before meals. It might sound strange, but one of the simplest natural ways to lower blood sugar spikes is to add a small amount of vinegar or lemon juice before eating. Researchers from Arizona State University found that taking 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar before a high-carb meal reduced post-meal blood glucose by 34% and improved insulin sensitivity by 19% in adults with type 2 diabetes. The reason is simple chemistry. The acetic acid in vinegar slows down the breakdown of starches into sugars, which keeps your blood sugar curve smoother and lower. Lemon juice works similarly. A 2021 French study found that adding lemon juice to a meal reduced the glycemic response by 30% compared to water. Both ingredients also appear to increase the uptake of glucose by muscles and delay stomach emptying, meaning your body releases sugar into the bloodstream more slowly. The result? No sudden energy crashes or post-meal fatigue. To get the benefits safely, mix 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar or fresh lemon juice with a full glass of water and drink it about 10 minutes before eating. You can also drizzle vinegar over a salad or squeeze lemon over your protein. It's a simple, affordable, and natural way to help your body manage blood sugar more efficiently, almost like a gentle metabolic switch before every meal. Number 3, practice morning mindfulness or deep breathing. It's no secret that stress can raise your blood sugar, but what many people don't realize is how fast it can happen. When you're anxious or rushed in the morning, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline, two hormones that instantly raise blood glucose to fuel a fight or flight response. For people with type 2 diabetes, this means higher morning readings before breakfast, even if you haven't eaten. In fact, researchers at the University of California found that adults with higher stress hormone levels had 37% higher fasting glucose and a 26% lower insulin sensitivity index. But here's the good news. Just 10 minutes of calm breathing or mindfulness can reverse that effect. A study in psychoneuroendocrinology showed that people who practiced deep breathing for 15 minutes in the morning saw a 12% reduction in blood glucose and significant improvements in mood and focus. Another study from the University of Calgary reported that participants who practiced mindfulness daily reduced their HbA1c by 0.48% over 8 weeks. The key isn't complicated. Just take 5 to 10 minutes each morning to slow down your breathing, focus on your senses, or do a simple guided meditation. You're training your nervous system to stay calm, which keeps cortisol in check and allows insulin to work normally. Think of it as resetting your mental and metabolic balance before the day begins. Number 2, sleep at least 7 hours each night. Most people think diabetes management starts during the day, but it actually begins while you sleep. Getting less than 7 hours of quality sleep doesn't just make you tired. It makes your body temporarily insulin resistant. Researchers from the University of Chicago found that restricting sleep to 4 hours for just 6 nights reduced insulin sensitivity by over 30% in healthy adults. Another 2020 study in Diabetologia followed more than 5,000 people and showed that poor sleepers were 58% more likely to develop type 2 diabetes, even after adjusting for weight and activity. Here's what's happening. During deep sleep, your body resets its hormones, especially insulin and leptin, which control blood sugar and appetite. When you miss out on that restorative time, your cells become less responsive to insulin, your appetite hormones spike, and your liver starts releasing more glucose overnight, leading to higher fasting readings in the morning. Improving sleep doesn't mean you need perfection. Consistency is what matters most. Try to keep a regular bedtime. Avoid screens at least an hour before bed, and keep your room cool and dark. A small 2019 experiment even found that turning bedroom lights completely off at night reduced fasting glucose by 6 milligrams per deciliter in just 1 week. A solid night's sleep might not sound like a diabetes treatment, but in reality, it's one of the body's most underrated tools for restoring insulin balance. Number 1, cold water face splash or brief cold exposure. Here it is. The surprising morning habit that scientists say may help reverse type 2 diabetes. And it's not a supplement or a complex routine. It's something as simple as exposing your body to brief cold, like splashing your face with cold water or taking a 30-second cool shower. A 2019 study from the European Journal of Endocrinology found that short cold exposure activated brown adipose tissue, a special type of fat that burns glucose for heat. Participants who took a 2-minute cold shower every morning for 6 weeks saw an average 43% increase in insulin sensitivity. Another study from the Journal of Clinical Investigation showed that activating brown fat increased glucose uptake by 15-fold and reduced fasting blood sugar by around 15 milligrams per deciliter. That's because cold exposure stimulates the vagus nerve, improving glucose metabolism and reducing inflammation. It also boosts norepinephrine, a hormone that wakes up your metabolism without spiking cortisol. The key is moderation. Start with just 20 to 30 seconds of cool water at the end of your morning shower, or a simple face splash if you prefer. You'll feel instantly more alert, and your body will begin shifting toward better glucose control. Over time, this morning habit may help retrain your insulin receptors and lower blood sugar naturally. It's quick, free, and supported by strong metabolic science. Proof that sometimes small daily habits can have massive effects on long-term health. So what do all these habits have in common? They work with your body's natural rhythms instead of against them. From sensing your circadian clock with sunlight, to drinking water before breakfast, to the unexpected power of cold exposure, each one targets the root cause of type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Start with 1 or 2 habits, stay consistent, and let your body respond. Science now shows that type 2 diabetes doesn't have to be a lifelong condition. It can be improved, and in many cases reversed, through small, daily, intentional changes. If you found this eye-opening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. You never know, it could be the nudge someone else needs to take control of their health today. Now we want to hear from you. Which of these 8 morning habits are you most excited to start trying for better blood sugar control? Or do you already have a favorite morning routine that's helped you manage your diabetes or energy levels? Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love to hear them. Thanks for watching.